From somewhere inside her, she summoned up a smile. It sounds perfect for you. Her stomach twisted at the thought of losing Dee. She'd been with Mandy even before the club's opening night, now that she thought about it, helping her with the final 4 weeks of setup and finishing touches. Dee had been nearly as invested in the club as Mandy was herself, and the thought of not having her by her side. I just don't think I can pass it up. Dee was fidgeting with the hem of her shirt, but at least she kept her view on Mandy now, which was a good sign. And you shouldn't. Mandy gave her a quick hug, something they rarely shared, but clearly the situation warranted it. She didn't want to make Dee feel guilty over this. She had every right to leave, of course, even if it was going to inconvenience Mandy to hell. I'm very happy for you. Dee relaxed her shoulders. I'm not going for another couple of months, so don't worry. And I already had a thought about who could take my position. Mandy quirked an eyebrow. Nina, Dee said confidently. You should promote her. She knows this place like the back of her hand, and she loves it here, you know that. Mandy nodded slowly, musing over the idea. She wouldn't have thought of it herself. Nina was such a high-spirited personality, maybe even a bit distractible, but once she'd learned a task, she was solid. It definitely had some promise, given Nina was so familiar with the setup, the clientele. Maybe she could do it. And I thought, Dee continued, her words coming out a bit faster, you could also use the opportunity to maybe recruit another 1 or 2 people to help out around here. You know how successful we've been lately, and only having the 2 of us always running the office stretches us all a bit, especially you. Dee paused, then plunged on. I thought you might want some free time at the weekends, to get out a bit. I know you've been pretty lonely since Rebecca died. You haven't dated anyone since, and... Mandy held up one hand. Rebecca and I never dated. We were only ever friends. Well, that was a nugget of information she'd never meant to share with Dee. Dee's mouth fell open. You and she weren't a couple? But I thought you were in love with her. She frowned in confusion. Mandy threw her a rueful smile. Those statements are not mutually exclusive. She shook her head. Might as well explain it all now. Dee was leaving in a couple of months. What did secrecy matter anymore? She was my best friend, but she was straight, and I committed the cardinal lesbian sin of falling in love with her. Oh, Mandy, no way! Did you even get a chance to tell her? She knew. Now it was Mandy's turn to look away uncomfortably. She knew, and she never said a word about it, until she was dying. She couldn't help it. Her voice cracked. Fuck, Mandy, I had no idea. Dee hooked her thumbs in her jeans pockets. Sorry. Mandy waved off her apology. And as for me hiring extra staff so that I can date again, well, I haven't dated anyone in years, and I can't imagine I'm going to start now. She chuckled hoarsely. I think that boat has sailed. I'm too set in my ways to go through all of that nonsense of getting to know someone. Her chest tightened a tad as the vision of being on her own for the rest of her days flashed before her. It suddenly didn't seem so appealing. Odd. But I do like your idea of talking to Nina about taking over. Thank you for suggesting it. Dee nodded, exhaling deeply again, but this time it seemed more from relief than from dread. Mandy took advantage of the moment and clapped her hands together. Now, we need to get on with our night's work, she said. Thank you for the heads up and for giving me such a good amount of notice. I will miss you very much, but I'm very excited for what this opportunity can give you, so grab it with both hands and don't let go, okay? Dee's eyes glistened. I will, and, well, please just think about the extra staff idea, will you? She grinned. And the dating? There's a lot left in you to give someone, you know. You're not that old. The cheeky little... Mandy made to slap her butt, and Dee deftly skipped out of the way. Downstairs now. Mandy pointed at the door to the hallway, struggling to contain her own laughter. Yes, ma'am. Dee winked and strode off. And just like that, things were back to normal between them. Really, she reflected, it could be worse. Dee had given her lots of time to get used to the idea of her not being...